YouTube, hello, and welcome to another episode of Shenzo Plays. Today we're jumping back into DK Bananza. I had a good time with it last week. I think my summary was, why wasn't this the launch title of the Switch 2? But I'm very, very excited to continue this. This game, it's just fun. I don't really think there's another way to describe it. It's fun, it's goofy, it's enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to continuing the playthrough. So if you do enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like or a comment. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are trying to grow the channel over on YouTube, so any and all support would be greatly appreciated. Hit that alarm bell if you want to get notified. Follow me on all my social media down below, and be sure to check out all my other videos. I think we're almost at 100 or 2. I'll have to check. I don't remember exactly how many I have on there, but there's a lot. So I hope you've enjoyed, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the other side. Hey YouTube, welcome back. As you can see, we're just jumping back into DK Bananza. And we are here at the hilltop layer. It's where we left off. Sublayer 200. Alright, I just gotta remember how to play. Okay, I'm just remembering everything here. So, what did everybody think of the Nintendo Direct? Sorry, I can't. I don't have that many. Welcome to the Style Shop. Any fossils within this layer, which we haven't found any yet. Really liked it? Yeah, I've heard good things. Okay, so what I'm trying to remember is how to do the slap thing. I don't remember. Is this it? Made a joke in the Direct thinking Dragon Quest game was Fire Emblem. Imagine my surprise when Fire Emblem showed up at the end. I know, right?
Warning.
Yes, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well. Kind of rare for you and Nintendo Directs. Hell yeah, I'm happy to hear that. Welcome on in. Sorry, give me 1 second, YouTube. I'm actually going to pause you for a sec, because I need to change a setting. Hey, YouTube, sorry about that. I realized that I didn't have the audio for my alerts routed to the right sound. So, yeah, we're back. Just took me a minute to fix, and I had to answer a text message, so sorry about that, but we're jumping right back on in. That's where you two want to go. Just take a dive into a sinkhole. Sinkholes are vertical tunnels that connect all the layers together. There's even a sinkhole here on the hilltop layer. But some weird dirt pile came flying through and covered everything up. That's our layer sinkhole over there. Construction was supposed to clear it out. Kind of far, you might want to roll or try turf surfing. Press Z when you start rolling. It's a quick way to get around. Rolling is also a good way to send small obstacles flying. Turf surfing. Just press Z while holding a chunk of terrain to turf surf. You can use Y to speed up when surfing too. Going fast is a total blast. DK Donkey Kong. Let me check. Let me see here. Options. Alright, so let's switch Bonanza. Punch downward and jump. Alright, let's see. Make music, hand slap. Okay, so it's just the R button. Okay. Okay, there we go. I've got everything now. Sorry about that. Bananas, mine! Want to hear a story? Not long ago, this big dirt pile came flying through here, glowed brightly, and then plugged up our sinkhole. A clogged sinkhole means none of us can get to the lower layers. This hard purple stuff started glooping all over everything. Even our friends got trapped in it. Pretty sure the purple stuff glopped down from the summit of Peel Peak. Oh, bananas. Oh, our aching tones. I did it! Give me that banana! It's mine! The flying banana! Just keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Needs relief? Let me punch you in the face. Alrighty. Find yourself going straight, use Y to accelerate. Now. Ouch. Oop. No, I failed. Shenzo, no monkeying around. Take this shit seriously. But I don't wanna, Gridley. We had this serious conversation earlier. I don't wanna. I only want to do monkey business today. Oh, I was really hoping for a banana here. That would have been incredible. Oh! Did you at least eat your veggies? Yes, I did. I did it! Alright, have a good night, okay? Rainella, you take care. We'll talk to you soon. You're good, Rainella, don't worry. No stress. Thorny Hill Hideaway. Alright. Got another skill point. We have exactly one skill point. So I can do Charge Punch 1, or Fast Charge. Or we can hang on to it. I think we'll hang on to it for now. Alright. And we probably have to do that one more time, but do it faster. Raz says I'll scream real loudly. Hell yeah. Alright. We're gonna do one more. Gridley, how did your collab with Bartender go last night? I hope it went well. Ooh. Yeah, I did it. I enjoyed it? Hell yeah. I'm glad to hear that, man. That's awesome. Alright. Just grab some earth and start to surf. Hello from Architect Tone Real Estate. We sell plots and the oddest of spots. Build you a cozy little getaway with a comfy bed and a helpful closet. The asking price is low 100. Did we talk about the direct already? A little bit, not too much into detail, because I didn't really watch the whole thing. I just kind of skimmed through it. But yeah, do you have any thoughts you want to share, Gridley? Would love to hear it. Wow, they had the DK rap playing. Comfy at level 1. Napping 1 to get a +1 bonus. Yo, my coins. Best direct in a long time. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. Came out of there going, fuck me, that's a lot of money I want to spend. That's both never a good sign and yet also a great sign. You can just tell the developers of this game, they put their whole, like, heart and soul into it. Do you know how to do a chunk jump? Press A to jump while holding a chunk, then press A to jump again in midair. Try it. Chunk jump to bump up. There we go. To reload your app. Twitch Mobile, great app, no notes. 100%. You know how it goes. It's perfect. Oh, that's not good. Up. Okay. Probably gonna have to do this one again, folks. Yeah, it's actually dog shit, Vin. I did it! Three-tiered tussle. Whee! Fell into by speeding up with turf surfing.
I knew it! This is all because of Boy.
Don't forget, all of DK's problems can be solved by punching. Oh, banana. Peeled from Peel Peak. Oh, the tone that's singing just now. That was you, wasn't it? We've never heard anyone sing so beautifully before. You rock. Man, that's impressive coming from Little Rocks. You should perform a concert in our village. Okay.
No. You can't just volunteer me for that, DK. No way. I don't dislike singing, but I can't. Not in front of everyone.
Oh, too bad. Your voice is wonderful. Well then, we suppose you should turf surf away. I absolutely would volunteer Pauline for that. I keep forgetting that's something I can do. Ouch. Well, this is a little annoying. There we go. Okay, we did the thing, now what? Tries having a dance party in chat by himself, by the way. Super Monkey! Yeah, so I guess in other gaming news, I quote-unquote beat Cult of the Lamb. Oh, what to do? We lost 3 of our fragments. A puzzling predicament. If you bring back one of my fragments, we'll give you a banana. We'll give you another for returning all 3. Alright. Where, oh where would those little fragments go? Alright, there's 2. Got pizza coming and I'm fucking, to mess, dude. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Probably not even pronouncing that right. Jesse does get it, though. This is true. Melon Juice level 1. Charge Slap. And spin jump. A spin jump could be fun. Maybe we'll try spin jump here. I got it? Oh, cool. That's the first. Again, every problem in this game can be solved by punching. Alright, there we go. Oh, banana. The warp gong is pretty cool. The purple stuff is gone. Thanks for getting rid of that odd indestructible metal. Now, hello from Constructone Development. We make or break whatever it takes. Are you looking to dive further down? Oh, this formation is still in the way. You can't punch through it. Our usual demolition methods can take years. We hate to ask, but you've already been a big help, but we could probably expedite the process for a small fee. Demolition like this would usually cost $9,999, but since you're so nice, we'll slash that price. Yep, you got it. Learn it's a synonym for engorged, and we turned it into a phallic innuendo naturally. Sounds about right. Was Show behind that? Because Show would do that with any word. It was the Pumas? They would have been my second guess. Silly introduced the word. That also does not surprise me. Nope. Tunneling through the pit. Punch, punch, punch. Nostalgia Country. Oh, this is pretty cool. I didn't know it had 2D sections! Yeah, you can really tell that the developers, they went all in on this game. And I mean that in the highest, like the highest possible compliment. They really did a great job with this game. Oh, I guess DK's arms are so big, when we raised them up, it hit the, it hit the spikes. Hey, Johnny, welcome on in. Well, that was totally not calculated. Okay, we did miss one banana. Potentially.
Miss.
Thank you, Try. Which means we have to do it again. But yeah, Gridley, I definitely recommend this game. I said last week, and I'll say it again this week. With all due respect to Mario Kart, this should have been the Switch 2 launch title. And if they needed another month to, you know, to finish it, to, you know, put the final touches on, then they should have delayed the Switch console release by a month. The game is that good. Don't get me wrong, this game is that good, but kart moves consoles. That's true. But I'm just saying, between the two, this is very clearly the better game. I've talked a lot about Mario Kart, about Worlds. World is great, but it feels unfinished. And they're making improvements to World every day, but yeah, just like I said, that's my critique with World, is World feels like it is very much an unfinished game. And that's okay to an extent, but, you know, on the other hand, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like if you're gonna launch a game with a console, you need to make sure you're bringing your A game, you know? And like I said, that's just my 2 cents, it's not truth. Takeaways, what do you mean by that? I just want to make sure I'm understanding correctly, because I feel it means something, but I don't think that's what you're meaning to say, so I just want to clarify. Like, if it were early access with a discount, sure. Oh, for World? Yeah, no, okay, we agree then. I wasn't sure. So, yeah, Tegwiz says, not at full price, it's not. Yeah, I agree. I don't feel that World is worth $80 to $90. I do not. Particularly when this game's 70. You know what I mean? And I say that as someone who loves World. I really like Mario Kart World a lot. But I've also talked a lot about my opinions on World. And I just feel that World needs more polish for it to be worth $80. Aha! There we go. Treasured memories. To be honest, the open world aspect could be its own game. If they had more to do in it, I would agree. But that's actually part of my issue with World is the selling point of the game was the open world aspect. And it's cool, don't get me wrong. They put a lot of love and a lot of, they put a lot of love and a lot of detail into it. But I think that the best way to put it is it just feels like it's awkwardly added on rather than the main selling point of the game. And then once you're even in the world, like, you can't start a Grand Prix from there. You know what I mean? Like, if you go to a if you go to a track, all you can really do is just try to find, like, the stickers. And that's what I'm talking about, where it just feels like the game is... It's missing something. And that's okay. But it's like, yeah, for 80 bucks, it's like, I just feel like there should have been a bit more. I'll also say this too. I think a lot of criticism from World is also coming from the fact that it followed 8. And 8 was around for a very, very, very long time. So I'm very much like, I like World for what it is, but I definitely wish there was more to it. And World's like, World's biggest issues are a lot of, like, minor things that really shouldn't have been an issue. You know, there's a lot of very, very small things that they should have had at launch and they didn't. And it's unfortunate. Alright. Saga of the Exploratone verse 1. Where did the fractones come from? What is the origin of us? Curiosity consumes us. After much research, we think we know where we will find our answers. The road leads underground, so underground we shall go. Into the depths, deeper than we can imagine. We shall find the origin of us. You're on your way! Hooray, hooray! Wee!
The folks here in the underground world are so peaceful and carefree. They have big hearts. I want to find a way to help them and
Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. This is why I don't play baseball, chat. Yeah, Troy, I agree. I do think World needs time, and I think it needs some updating. They've already made, like, a really big one. Like, one of the things I've often cited is I think the Knockout Tour is a great idea. I think there's a lot more they should have launched with it, but one of the things that they did do in one of the more recent patches is they added the ability to spectate any racer who's still in the race after you get eliminated. But when it launched, all you could do was watch first place, and it's like, why? That makes no sense. And there's others, but that's just a really obvious example of, like, yeah, that should have been something they had at launch. And like I said, there's more. I don't want to, like, you know, go too crazy about it, but there's just a lot of, like, little things about that game where it's just like, oof, why did you do it this way? And I think that's a big issue with World right now. The price is one as well, don't get me wrong, but I'm just talking about, like, even within game. Classic Nintendo, am I right? Yeah, they always... Like, look, I love Nintendo. I don't think that's a secret. I've been a Nintendo fan since I was a child. But, man, they hate money. Like, I hate to say it, but it's like, man, they hate money. They absolutely cannot... They hate money. And I don't understand why. They always just have these really weird, quirky decisions that just don't make a ton of sense. But, you know, then again, they also have a whole bunch of these games like Bonanza where it's just like, when they really put their heart and soul into a game, you can see exactly, you know, why they are so successful. But yeah, Nintendo is in many ways their own worst enemy. With a lot of the decisions they make, they are in many ways their own worst enemy. Thank you, Pauline. I got it. Oh, banana. I do like how some skills you can upgrade more than once. I think that's kind of cool. God, like, just look at this game, for example. Like, just look at how much there is to actually explore. There is so much to do in this game that I'm sure I have missed entirely. But yeah, this game, man, it's so good. It's so good. I think, like Femzy put it last week, it's just fun. There really is, you don't need to overthink it, you don't need to do a ton more, you just need to go around and punch as many things as possible as a giant monkey. And you know, Sometimes that's all you need in a game. Am I right? Am I right, everybody? Gives me Astro vibes in that way? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, T1, good luck. Please let us know how the game goes. Good luck in the grand finale. 3 scoundrels from something called Void Company stormed through here not long ago. They took all of our bananas and then took off. Will you save our day by chasing them away? Monkey, monkey. Rock on, you're the best. We knew you'd say yes. They headed toward Long Neck Plateau. We don't associate with long necks.
Ready. Go! I wonder if there's a village up ahead.
If there is, you have to sing, Pauline. That's the rule. Our banana warehouse was stocked full until those rowdy rustlers ransacked the place. Oh, I love the alliteration there. Now the only bananas we have left are the ones those varmints missed. Say, would you mosey by our village and make sure everyone is okay? Good luck with your game. We'll be rooting for you. Damn straight we will try. Damn straight we will. Alright, what's under here?
Nice one.
Oh, ow, he got me. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Here, that'll help you. Nope, I didn't help you, damn it. Everything okay out there?
A banana.
Oh, banana. Hey, Ouija, how you doing, bud? Everything's fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I know I'm not really, like, trying to find a bunch of extra stuff, but I feel like I'm finding a bunch of extra stuff. Anyone else? All good? Hell yeah, glad to hear it. Yeah, it's been a really good time, you know? No major complaints. Oh, I can make a house here. Yeah. Comfy level 1. Yeah, that bed does not look comfy at all, by the way.
Oh, that ledge outside makes me nervous. Maybe if you... Oh, no way.
That is kind of fun that Pauline is worrying about those cliffs. Found any banana around here? They're all yours, pard. Well, I mean, DK literally stole other monkeys' bananas earlier, so... Are you gonna tell this monkey no? I mean, look at his big green face. Yeah. Rude. Indeed. Remember, kids, if there's one thing that Donkey Kong Bonanza teaches you, is that all problems can be solved by punching them. Kids, if you're watching this, please don't actually take that advice. That is not even remotely true. I did it. Stuck in a side cave. Be right back, gonna punch stuff. Let me know how it goes, Gridley. If it actually does work, I have to reconsider my entire life philosophy. There we go. Ouch. I really do understand why Sho likes this game so much. For those that don't know, Sho's entire strategy when it comes to stealth can basically be boiled down to they can't pull the alarm if everybody is dead. So yeah, this is definitely a Sho game. I mean, if you're kind of okay at punching, you might be able to turn around your YouTube career and maybe start selling energy drinks. True. Hell yeah, there you go, Try. Try's jamming to some music. Squealoid times 10. I did it! Oh, banana. Evening, Toast Mac. How you doing? All right, here's the village. Pauline, I hope you're ready to sing. Moseyed into the village. There's the skill point. All right. Kong armor. Had a very nice day. Got a lot of stuff done. I went to see the Demon Slayer movie. Oh, how was that? I've heard good things about it. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, let's get some Kong armor. I think that's a pretty good skill. Very amazing, and we still have 2 more to go. Hell yeah. Alright. So we don't have any of those. Giddy Up Canyon getup. So we can have him dress up as a cowboy. Or we can do the smoke black fur. I think we'll do the Giddy Up Canyon getup. We have the Rustling Canyon getup. Alright, I'm... We have swimwear breeches. Oh, it's for Pauline. That's adorable. We'll trade you a banana for 60. Enjoy your banana. Nom 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 nom. Banana for 70. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I've been listening to electronic music for 30 years now. Hell yeah, there you go, Try. That's the way time works. Time makes fools of us all. Alright, and that's all the bananas I can buy for now. Oh, banana.
You found a map.
Same map, same map. Oh, another stuff shop. Sells stuff like maps and helpful items to use in your adventure. You only accept gold as payment. Man, you think we can get 99 red balloons? Very inclusive community, very open, just chill for vibes. Hell yeah! We store the bananas we use in the refinery right here in this village, or we did before they were stolen. I might be able to round up a few left behind that underhoof warehouse.
Let's go get it.
The banana rustlers rounded up the banana gems in our village and made off with them. More of the varmints keep hollering more, give me more, as they hooked into the Banandium refinery. Entrance to the Banandium refinery is the top big stretch peak.
Hey, a banana.
We got big time stomped. There's a couple bananas around here, huh? Wonder if there are any other places on the internet like that? I don't think so, Vin. I think it's just here. I don't think any other places exist. You know, certainly not the Puma Cat's channel, or Gridley's channel, or Aaron's channel, or Toastamac's channel, or Ouija's channel. Can't be any of those places. High shelf down below. Sorry, what'd I miss? I was just talking about how your community's probably pretty chill. Oh, banana. Banana! Gridley's toxic, though? Yes, that sounds like Gridley. Just super toxic. Not at all wholesome whatsoever. Same map! Same map! There you go. Unplundered produce. There we go. Sunken and soaking. Is your pizza almost there, Gridley? Fucking better be. Man, I just hope you have better luck than I did when I ordered pizza last time. My pizza, the delivery person didn't bring one of, like, the bags, you know, to maintain the heat in. So, my pizza arrived, ice cold, and it was such a shame. Might go to jail tonight if that happens? Yeah. Like I said, I was a very sad Shenzo. I'm, as they say, on edge. Note to self, never get in between Gridley and his pizza. A lot of pressure to put on pizza, but here we are. Hey, you know, better the pizza than somebody else, you know? Stone Top Pizza is S tier. I do admit, I do love me a good stone top pizza. Yeah, we talked about the Direct a couple times. It was solid. I think there's a lot to like. A lot of people were like, yeah, Nintendo's doing really good work, which I'm always happy to hear. I gotta admit, there isn't really a ton there for me, but with that being said, I do recognize a lot of people are gonna be very, very happy. But I'm happy for everybody that got a little something they wanted. Yeah, the Yoshi game does look good. Yeah, I gotta, like, go make notes of, like, everything that's there. No, it really made me mad when Nintendo released a demo for this very game after the game is out, not before. What the actual hell? Toastamac, you missed the conversation we were having before about, like, Mario Kart World and stuff like that. But, yeah, that's Nintendo doing Nintendo things. And, again, they work on a completely different mindset from, like, literally everybody else. Yoshi, Fire Emblem, Dragon Quest, Metroid, and the 2D roguelike. Yeah, I mean, look, they had a lot of stuff there. I'm not really the biggest Metroid fan. I still haven't even beaten the original Metroid, so I gotta go in and do that. Fire Emblem, for me, I enjoy it, but I'm definitely not, like, a super fan. And then, the Yoshi game, I think, is pretty good. The Yoshi game, I think, is going to be pretty cool. I am excited for Kirby Air Riders, although that is, like, the sequel nobody asked for. I do acknowledge that. And, yeah, you know, and Dragon's Quest for me, I'll be honest, I enjoy Dragon Quest. I think it's a great franchise, but I would be lying if I didn't say I had trouble playing the franchise. Not because of anything the franchise did, but because Dragon Quest was one of the games I used to play with my ex. So there's always kind of that, like, sentimental aspect to it that just makes it a little hard to play at times. Demo's meant to be out before a game is out, not after. Remember when we had those demo discs for the GameCube before the actual releases? I remember that, Toasted Mac, but I don't think a lot of Nintendo's primary audience does. Like, Sean made a comment today that, like, while I do agree with in principle, I also, you know, just, I understand where Nintendo's coming from, and it's like with them re-adding, with them finally getting, what's it called, Mario Galaxy 2 to the Switch 2. It's like, well, they're using it for one to promote a movie, right? They have the sequel to the Mario movie coming out, and it's gonna be Super Mario Galaxy, which is a weird choice for the sequel. Personally, I don't understand that, but that's part of what it's doing. But the other thing that, you know, a lot of people need to remember is that Nintendo primarily aims their games at children. So Galaxy 2 may have felt like it just came out a while ago for, you know, for everybody else. But for some kids, they never played it. And I think that's why Nintendo's, like, doing all these, like, remakes and stuff like that again, where they're just bringing a lot of games over to the Switch too. That's my theory on it anyway. But yeah. So Gridley, yeah, it had a trip to Italy, which it sounds like went really well. Glad to hear that. And it looks like a bunch of people are now planning an Italy trip in my chat. That's pretty funny. I've actually never been to Italy. I haven't been out of the country in a long time. The last time I went out of the country was to Mexico, probably God, probably almost 20 years ago now at this point. Ow. Oh. It's definitely been a while. Oh, it was 9 years ago? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was a recent trip or what, Gridley, because I know you did say you got work again, so I'm like, I don't know. But yeah. Oh, got it. I missed that. Sorry, guys. My bad. This is like a maze. Okay, I'm starting to figure this out. Yeah, I have not ever really done a lot of traveling in my life. I'm not a good I don't think I'm a good traveler, if I'm gonna be honest. Now, does that mean I don't want to travel? No, I absolutely do. I just haven't had the money to do so, like, ever. Going to Dallas this year is the farthest I've gone in quite some time. I think my last trip before I went to Dallas earlier this year, my last trip was North Carolina before COVID. So that should tell you guys how often I travel. I think I did have one other trip. I think we went to San Francisco. No, that would have been a long time ago. That would have been prior to 2017. So yeah, that would have been almost a decade ago now. Okay, where am I supposed to go? This way, perhaps? Oh, this is a dead end, too. I found the way out, guys! Find the gaps. I like to go to Europe, but either need to go alone or with someone my speed. Yeah. I feel that. I think I missed a banana somewhere. I'll go take a look. Photos you might post in Discord? Oh yeah, hell yeah, that would be awesome, Try. I always love seeing that. Germany, Austria, and Italy. That's awesome. Yeah, Toastmax doesn't want to travel outside the US at some point, but you're currently focusing on job hunting and content making. Fair. Can't argue with that. So with a lot of get up and go, but at the same time really low anxiety, so if you're freaking out because we are late, I'll beat you up, but if you are like, well, my feet are tired, let's go back to the hotel, I will also beat you. I mean, that sounds like you, Rabbit. Yeah, I am very much like, when it comes to my travel, I am very much like, I'm on vacation. I don't want to stress out about anything while I'm on vacation. And I know that's not necessarily everybody's speed, but yeah, for me, it's like, I have high anxiety while traveling, but I also, you know, I don't want to have to worry more than I already am about being in a foreign place. You know, alone.
Steady.
Alright, so that's the first banana. We're missing the second one. Travel is the only time I can say for certain I feel an overwhelming sense of anxiety. Yeah, I don't feel anxiety, like an overwhelming sense of anxiety a lot. Travel is absolutely where I feel it the most. I liked when I went to Japan, I had some concrete plans. Mostly it was like, I'm going to get up early and go somewhere and occupy myself with as many things as I can find until it's too late to be out. Yeah, so I want to travel to Japan. Japan is #1 on my, like, bucket list of places to travel. Shoshima's been there a couple times. I never have. But yeah, Japan is probably the #1 place on my bucket list. Tegwiz says, but I like seeing new places and trying new things. Yeah, it's funny too, because so do I. But I don't travel. I think it's just because the actual process of traveling is a nightmare. That and the fact that Tanner is my priority, and... yeah, I just, you know, with him, it's just, it's tough. As long as your phone is charged, your ID is in your pocket, you can do anything. Yeah, Rabbit, we know. You just scroll on through in a freaking tsunami warning, that's for sure. Ah, that's where the other banana is. Okay.
Focus. Hey, a banana!
Tsunamis aren't real. I don't know. As someone who's been in one, they're pretty real. Oh, ouch. Camera did not do me any favors right there, but that's okay. Alright, we got all the bananas. We did it!
And we're back.
Alright. Alright. There's 1 banana. 2 banana, 3 banana floor. That's what happens when DKOD's on bananas. Alright. We got another banana.
Oh, nice! You found a map!
Same map! Same map! Alright, I think we've done enough exploration here. Currently working on thumbnails for this weekend stream. You know what's sad? I think photo mode has spoiled you. Without photo mode, I don't think thumbnails will be as good as anymore after Bananza. No, that's fair. You know? I know you take it very, very seriously, Toastamac. Alright, we still have so much more to do. Like, that's the crazy thing, is there's still so many more areas we haven't explored yet, but I want to just kind of keep moving. Fossil in here. Sounds good, Toast and Mag. I'll have to check it out at some point.
Let's follow this purple stuff.
Now we gotta follow the purple stuff, huh?
That's the source. Let's break it.
Punch, punch, punch!
It's gone. There's a banana.
Oh, banana. Thanks, Try. We'll check it out. I'll take a look at those photos a little later, but thank you so much. My card is free. Giddy up. Well, you heard the rock. Chugga 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 choo choo. Woo woo. Howdy, this here's Big Stretch Peak. If the entrance to the Bananium Refinery looking for, just hoof it up to that summit there. It may look like a stretch, but we'd wager you can climb it with ease.
Challenge accepted.
DK. Gotta make sure they didn't do anything too crazy on me here.
4 more. Three more. Two more. One more.
Digital cameras weren't a thing back then. If they were, super expensive. Yep, I remember that. I remember when we had to get photos developed at in Costco. Oh. I remember when we had to get our photos developed at Costco. If anyone wants to ever wonder what your age gap is, I remember that very, very clearly. It was going to our local Costco to develop all our film. Alright, so that's how you get that one. But the question is, where's the third banana? There it is. Big wheel basement. Yeah, I thought I saw something. I'm like, Big wheel balloons. We did it. We got all 3. Yep. Costco Photo Center. Walmart has a photo center. Alright, let's go climb up the mountain. I remember the disposable cameras. That's what cameras. That's what we used to use, was the disposable ones. They'd have like 40 shots on them, and that was it. I actually still probably have a whole bunch of Costco pictures from like my elementary and middle school days. I don't know exactly where they are, but they're probably lying around my they're probably lying around somewhere in storage. Alright, you guys ready to blast for gold? I think we did pretty well on that one, huh? We got over 1,000. I think that's always pretty good in my book.
What an adventure! Nice one!
Oh, we got some music.
A banana!
Hidden beneath scoundrels. Those no good scoundrels, they carved their own face into the rock. How lucky are we to see such grand scenery? True. Everybody loves the sign of a good factory, right?
Let's do this!
DK can never make it as a comedian because he punches downwards too much. A shame. I did it, guys. Oh, banana.
Oh, yeah! And we're back.
Circling in the concrete pillar. Hey, look, we can buy another house. Think they'll upgrade our bed? 2 getaways in this layer. Now comfy level 2. Now more than 1 getaway in this layer, correct? Very good. We have the getaway concierge for this layer. We can simulate different store clerks for your shopping convenience. So simulate a store clerk for you. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't quite have enough yet, unfortunately. DK's got his own butler now, huh? Guess he joined the 1%, am I right, everybody?
Nice job. And nice view, too.
Good thing DK doesn't need his hands to, doesn't need his hands, am I right? To climb, he can just climb with his feet. Here they are! Grumpy Kong!
It's huge, but it's gotta have a weakness somewhere.
Ow.
Heads up! Now's your chance!
Well, that was considerably easier than I expected. You beat me fair and square. Go on, take what's yours. My best wasn't good enough. Again. At least I slowed you both down. While you trashed my hard work, the boss dug cloner to the planet's core. I'll finish the job next time. Bet on it. I mean, you know, DK could just, you know, finish him off right now and save us a lot of trouble. I'm just saying.
It's open.
1, 2, 3.
Wow. Nobody's stronger than you, DK.
DK. You know, that looks like there's a banana, like, right there where I missed it. Well, we'll go back and get another time. Bonsai! Sublayer 301. Yeah, it was a pretty... It was a pretty straightforward boss. I kept thinking there was going to be some kind of gimmick, and I'm just like, maybe I'm just overthinking this. So I just jumped up and started punching the dude in the face, and guess what? That was enough. That brute broke our refinery and monkeyed with the mixer. The mixer keeps spinning like that, it's going to explode. Alright, looks like we better stop that from happening. We have to defeat the mad mixer. This would be a great time to skedaddle. Look, man, I only do tomfoolery and monkeying around. That's it. Skedaddling? You gotta pay me for that. Ow. Damn, my depth perception really let me down on that one.
All right.
This car can carry a load of boom bombs. Alright. So before we get in on this, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom, refill my drink. So hang tight, everybody. And YouTube, I'll BRB. See you in a minute. Hey, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Fanboy, welcome on in. Rex, thank you so much. Try, thank you so much for the chair stream. Much appreciated. But Fanboy, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Oh, there's a banana in there. A mega fossil.
Ready, go, go!
Alright, let's go back just so we can grab that other banana real quick. And see if there was anything we missed. Oh, Tanner Boy, don't lick that too much, okay, bud? Good boy, dude.
Ready, go!
Near NASCAR. Near.
You got this. There it is.
All right, that's how you beat that. Okay, good to know. Boy, Tanner, it's okay, bud. The Shrine of the Golden Monkey. Good boy, Tanner. Gosh, I do miss some of the kids shows like Legends of the Hidden Temple. This was asked in Hang Time's chat, but how many people remember the original Double Dare? Not Double Dare 2000. But how many people remember the original Double Dare? Yeah, I remember the original. Try remembers it, hell yeah. I thought Double Dare 2000 was okay, was pretty good. But yeah, the original Double Dare was where it was at, you know? Hey Rabbit, welcome back. Rabbit's gonna be like, I never left. Oh. That was my fault. I pressed the wrong button. I have no one. I have nobody to blame for myself. Like, that wasn't like some weird glitch or anything. No, that was just me pressing the wrong button. I did it. Guts is a good one, yeah. Do, you have it. Do, you have it. Guts. Do. Guts. Hi, fanboy. How you doing? Good to see you. Want to be on Double Dare more than Guts, if I'm being honest? Hey, nothing wrong with that. I always wanted to be on Legends of the Hidden Temple. That was the game I wanted to be on as a kid. Even though, admittedly, I would not have made it very far if because those Forest Temple Guardians scared the absolute hell out of me as a kid. Yeah, I didn't become a fan of Guts until much later when they started airing all like the old game shows. I think it was like on Nickelodeon 2 or whatever it was. It was the second channel. But they started airing all of the original like game shows on Nick 2. And we didn't get that until, I think... God, I think I was in my new house at that time, so that would have been when I was, like, 12 or 13. So, I didn't really get to watch a lot of Guts. But I definitely remember, Legends of the Hidden Temple growing up as a kid. And I remember the original Double Dare. I didn't really watch a lot of Wild and Crazy Kids. I do remember it, but I didn't watch a ton of it. Oh, I remember Nick Arcade. Okay, here's one. Who remembers Kablam? Anybody remember Kablam? That's a show I remember watching a ton of that maybe I shouldn't have. Didn't have a friend on Wild and Crazy Kids? That's pretty cool.
Steady.
Yeah, the one that jumps to mind for me is Action League Now. And Meltman with the power to melt. The Flesh. He's super strong and super naked. Stinky Diver. And then it was Thunder Girl, right? Was the other one? A former Navy commando with an attitude as foul as his odor.
I knew you could do it, DK.
We did it. Yeah, she was basically... I remember... I don't remember her name. I also didn't remember Stinky Diver's name until friggin' Try said it. But, I remember she was basically a combination of Storm and Wonder Woman. That was like her whole shtick.
Let's do this.
Meltman was, you know, very clearly my favorite. Some core childhood memories being unlocked there, what can I say? DK punch at the last second. Hater boy, what are you doing there, kiddo? Hang on one second. Sorry. Here, don't lick that too much, okay, bud? No, upset it. And we have to put the cone of shame on you. You hate the cone. Love you too, bud. I love you too. You're a good dog. Yeah, Kablam is Kablam is one of those shows that it's like I forget that it exists until someone periodically reminds me that it exists. And I don't remember what reminded me of it recently, but, as you guys can tell, someone was absolutely reminding me of Kablam.
And we're back.
Good boy, Tanner. Saved by the Bell? Whoops, wrong game. Yeah, wrong game. Highway to the laser zone. Watch Saved by the Bell? Man, I haven't thought of Saved by the Bell in ages, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Yeah, Tanner, what's up, bud? Come here, kiddo. We do this every Friday. Okay. I know, someone's being a big old grumpy gills, huh? Oh, you meant Kablam? Yeah. Okay, how do we get through this one? Yes, Tanner Dog? What's up, mister? Oh, gosh. Good thing I had a balloon. Meltman. And it does say there's supposed to be another banana here. I legitimately don't know how I'm supposed to get through this. Let me think about this for a minute. Oh, wait. No, I know. Okay, I know what I'm supposed to do. Boom! I did it! I figured it out all on my own. Thank you, Femsy. No. It just took me a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. There's a skill here that I can do. What was another answer? Just dug down? Oh yeah, that's also true. That's true. Alright. I do need to go find one more banana here though. Right, Tanner? We gotta find all the bananas. It's what we do. We're monkeys. Tanner. And it's like, I guess?
You okay?
Ow. Alright, thank you, Femzy. Yeah, I think I have an idea of where it might be. I just gotta figure it out. And that was obviously not it. Clearly.
Time to focus.
Time to focus? But, I don't wanna. What's up, Tanner Dog? Hang on, guys, sorry. Yes, Tanner Boy? What is it? Okay. He wants me for something, guys. I'll be right back. Hang tight. Sorry about this, YouTube. Alright. Sorry about that, everybody. Tanner needed to go potty. Go figure. Ouch. Okay. So it's gonna be after... It's after this banana, but before the third banana. Meaning it's gotta be around here somewhere, right? Gotta be. Oh, hey, you two. Behave. Sorry. Coco still has not figured out that, if he puts himself in a corner... Oh! There it is. Laying low in the laser zone. Alright, let's get out of here. And we'll move on. Yep, you did, Femzy, you did.
And we're back.
Okay, let's see. That's where we need to go. When in doubt, clap everywhere. True.
You got this. There it is.
Well, that's unfortunate. Hey, look, we can make a house.
Time for a break.
There's a strange device attached to the mixer. You reckon that's why it's been going haywire? That's probably a good guess. No worry. No, Femzy. Please never apologize for having to go off and do anything at all. My stream... Look, I love what I do, but I also recognize I am probably like, maybe like third from the bottom in priority lists. But I'm just happy you're here now. You know, that's really all that matters is you're here now, hanging out, and hopefully having a good time. Yeah, that's my goal. I just appreciate you being here.
Ready.
You fool, you're third from the top. What? Look, I just never like to assume.
Oh, Sparks. Better fix that thing fast.
Third favorite streamer, this is true. This is true. I am the third favorite streamer. I may have an idea for third favorite streamer merch. I have to think about it though. Like I have to actually like write out the design. I might hire an artist. We'll see. Gonna get you that on a mug? Hell yeah. The Mad Mixer.
Let's break up Boyd's attraction.
boss fight is so cool! Ow. Hoop! 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 Music reminds me of Splatoon, and that is a very good thing. Yeah, Tri mentioned it earlier, but the soundtrack to this game is really freaking good. That's something about Nintendo that I've always really liked. I think has always been pretty underrated, is that they have some of the most, like, iconic music in all of video games across multiple franchises. DK, Mario, Kirby, Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Splatoon. I mean, the list just goes on. But I do feel Nintendo's music division is very... I don't want to say underrated, because so many of their stuff has been, I think, properly recognized. But I feel it's like, man, you think of, like, how many other companies have that many bangers? You know what I mean? Do we have to? But I'm tired. Music from Kirby Air Rider, from Kirby Air Ride is still some of your favorite overall Kirby music. Yep, it's very good. Alright, we have made it to the smokestack exit. I gotta be honest, I'm really hoping they'll bring Kirby Air Ride to the GameCube on Nintendo Online. I was really hoping they would do it when they announced Kirby Air Riders. But for whatever reason, at least to the best of my knowledge, they have not done so yet. And it's like, man, that would be a blast from the past. I'm curious to see how much of my... How many of my pleasant memories are nostalgia versus, like, legitimate... You know, like, legitimate, like, oh my god, this game was actually, like, really good. Yeah, there is a second Air Riders Direct coming soon. There's a chance. There we go. Yep, that's true. But it's also Nintendo, so, you know, maybe they'll release it, like, a year after Air Riders 2 comes out. Or Air Riders comes out. Because Nintendo does a whole bunch of weird shit like that all the fucking time. Oh, did you climb up from the Banandium refinery? Yes, I did. Wow. Pauline sounds so impressed right there. I don't get it. Why are we having a second direct for the same upcoming game? Because Nintendo loves to, drive things home, Toastamac. The Air Rider also suffers from 3D Sonic Syndrome. You expect it to control a specific way, but it's actually got its own language to follow that only really makes sense in that game. You know, I haven't really thought of it like that, but I think that's very fair, Femzy. I also haven't played Air Ride in forever, so I don't remember how it controls, like, super well. I'm sure muscle memory will kick in when I actually do play it. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things where... I don't know. I'm just very curious to see I'm very curious to see how much of, like I said, is how much I like the game. You know, how much of the game and my fond memories of it are from nostalgia. It controls like total last till it clicks, then you control the jank and manipulate the logic of the game for you. Ah, so like almost every game prior to like 2005? With some exceptions, of course. Yeah, yeah. Alright, let's also build another getaway here. Oh, right, right, right. I'm like, why can't I go through? Duh. It asked for giant monkey. City smash. Oh, so this is basically Wrecking Crew, this is basically the original, like, Wrecking Crew, huh? This is a fun tribute here.
Warning!
Sarge! Welcome on in. Hello, Raiders. Clear.
Incredible! Hey, a banana!
Beneath the central pillar. Bibbin Waffle, welcome on in. Hello, first time chatter there. Sarge, how was your stream? Raiders, if you don't know who I am, my name's Shenzo Lost. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. Currently playing through DK Bananza for the first time. Mash, it's good to see you. Welcome on in. I hope you guys are doing well. Sarge is playing Borderlands 4, which just released. Play Borderlands 4. How are you liking it? I've heard it's a really good game, but it's just been suffering from some performance issues. Hopefully you didn't have any of those.
What an adventure!
Difficulty curve is definitely peaked upwards. Hell yeah. Toaster Mac with 500 bits says, ultimately, when it comes to classic games we grew up with, what it boils down to is, do we miss the game or do we miss our childhood? Years ago, I was playing Bomberman Hero again after many years. Then I thought to myself, why did I like this game?
Ready, go!
Fair enough. Oh, this is actually not the track I wanted to take back, but that's okay. You had no issues. Awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I mean, like I've talked about how, like, when I played Crash, right? Is we were just talking, you know, about like how games are janky, right? I think one of my biggest comments I had was, Crash was a little difficult for me, particularly with Crash 2, because the game itself is pretty jank at times. And I just didn't grow up with that level of jank, right? So I wasn't used to it. Does that make Crash a bad series, though? Absolutely not. No. It just means that I didn't play the game that you know, it just means that I'm not used to playing the game. I don't have the nostalgia glasses for it. And, you know, as much as I hate to admit it, there's a lot of games that have nostalgia. That nostalgia plays a big factor for. Kirby Air Ride is a good example of that, actually. Where did we go? Do you know? 4 of us are hiding nearby. Seek and find all of us. Give it a try. They're gonna make me play hide and seek? Down one. Alright, there's one. It's able to run it on a 2060 Super, surprisingly, albeit on the lowest settings, but it still ran, and plug yourself directly into the router, which helped with potential network issues. Hell yeah. Yeah, everybody who's played Borderlands 4 is like, this game is really good. And that makes me happy. Because I know a lot of people were really disappointed in Borderlands. I know a lot of people were really disappointed in Borderlands 3. So it makes me happy that people are really liking Borderlands 4. I myself have only played through Borderlands 1 and 2. I started Borderlands 1.5, but I didn't actually finish it. You're gonna play old games on new hardware, especially through emulation. You need to set the expectation bar a lot lower than with modern games. True. But yeah, like, there's others too where it's just like, you know, they were limited by, you know, hardware limitations at the time. The original Metroid is a really good example of that, with some of like the weirdness in that game. And you know, others is just like, yeah, they didn't have like the hardware. Like a lot of the old N64 games, they were a little janky because, have you seen the N64 controller? Femzy, I apologize for not being able to find it. It's so funny. Yeah, I know it's gonna be like right in front of me somewhere. Ryzen 9? Oh, very cool. Alright, give me just 1 second. Sorry, I need to just verify this is not an emergency. Okay, it is not. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is where it is, but... yeah. That's what I'm saying. Back in the old days, our expectations were that of whatever this game plays like, it's cool now, and every new game that comes out is suspended from its peak right out of the gate. True. MZ, I am a streamer. I do not pay attention to details like that. That's a joke, but also semi-serious, because I think I've talked about this before. But, because my job involves looking at details all day, I tend to glaze over anything that's, like, that needs me to pay specific attention. Femzy, I am so glad you're laughing. Even if it's at my expense, that makes me happy. I hope you know that. That makes me so very happy. Oh my gosh. Well, I had to use a balloon by accident because I just walked off the cliff like a big old dummy. Alright, let's see. Alrighty. There's gotta be a way under there, right? But yeah, YouTube, in case you guys don't know, I'm a programmer, and I do a lot of debugging throughout my career. So, I really do, and a lot of times when I'm playing games, I just turn my brain off. Which is part of the reason why I'm enjoying this so much, I think, is because I don't have to, you know, think, like, too hard. I can literally just sit and punch. Man, that is a, that feels like a direct, shout-out, callback to Banjo-Kazooie to me. I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but that's what it feels like. But I know it's, what it's actually referencing is, DK64, actually, when you feed the, when you go into the boss fight. I don't know why I said Banjo-Kazooie. I was thinking, in my head, I was thinking DK64. I just... Like I said, chat, I turn my brain off sometimes. Sorry. But I'm getting a new cooling unit, too. Heard the 5070s run kind of hot. I've heard the same thing, but I'm also not a hardware guy, so don't take anything I say at, don't say anything I say for, you know, absolute fact on hardware. Hey, bud, this is my platform. I have a feeling I missed a banana already, but we'll find out. Oh, banana! I must admit, it is very wild that, there are so many tributes to, there are so many tributes to DK64. Alright, I definitely missed one of the 3 bananas. I just don't know which one I missed. Nom 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 nom. Let's see. You look around, is there something down here? No, nothing over there either. Alright, we'll go see which one I missed. That'll help me narrow down which one. Which only allows you to stream up to 1080p, so anything too much beyond that is kind of overkill if you're streaming. True. Kid, you know, I threw a dirt piece of the enemy's nose, took a picture of it. DK looks so pleased with himself. Sounds about right.
Challenge accepted.
Alright, so we missed the first one. Yeah, no, it's very true. Call me old, but my expectations with even brand new games isn't very high. I figure I'm happy if a game plays on even medium 1080p settings, decent. Partially because of my eyesight, mostly because I built my PC literally by hand. Is the only one I've ever built for yourself, and it wasn't a hand-me-down parts and reused stuff. Hell yeah, Mash. Yeah, for me, like... Oh, here it is. It's like literally right here. No? Ah, they got me with red herring! How rude. Okay. Nope, there it is. I see where it is. Okay. I know where they put it. Pranked, bro! It's just a prank! SMRT. I am so smart. I mean, SMART. I am so smart. It's funny, too, because I was looking at this wall during the first time and just didn't do anything about it like a big dummy. Alright, we'll get an extra melon juice in here. And we'll start saving up our skill points for more upgrades. Maybe more HP. Given I have died a couple times. Now that I have it, I can just return to the lair, right? I don't need to go back. So. Hi, Tater Dog. What are you doing? Yep, okay. Cool, cool. Glad we checked that out. DK's gonna have a million getaways. I still don't feel any of these beds look comfy.
Hey, are you awake? You notice how fractones try to imitate all kinds of shapes? Some of them look like... I wonder if there are any banana-shaped fractones. Oh no. I better make sure DK doesn't eat them.
Pauline is one of us.
Good night, DK.
With existential crises during,
You were out like a light, DK.
before bed. One of us! One of us! Oh man, we got a lot of good choices here. Gobble, 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 gobble. I know, right? Let's see. I guess we can either upgrade Pauline's. Get traction britches. Dark blue britches. And yeah, I think that's good. Shenzo, I'm disappointed. Why are you disappointed, Femsy? What did I do to disappoint you this time? I disappointed you by not finding the other by not finding the other thing right away. So what have I disappointed you with this time? Oh, banana. Always tip the people that help you. DK. Donkey Kong. There's no Ed because of the meme, but also because how can you read what Sergeant McIntyre said and not get the most iconic reference that you just made? Oh. Because I misread it, that's why.
Looking good.
It's actually Gooble Gobble Gooble Gobble. God, DK has... It's a classic movie reference, a chance with one of us. One of us. Femzy, all I'm going to say is I'm just going to refer to what I said before about how I turned my brain off. Look whose big hairy mug finally turned up. Hello, Cranky. Is that all you have to say? Listen up and listen good. It'll serve you well to hear this. Took some effort, but I worked out that crook's hiding spot. That's right, got his whole plan figured out. What am I talking about, you ask? Oh, no one. Just the fiend behind all these banana burglaries. No hoard is safe. Would have sent some muscle to stop him, but you had taken off for your little mining misadventure. No choice but to do it all myself. I know the fiend is at fault, so I got on Ramby and left the island behind. Should have been you digging all the way down here to that banana bandit. Better than thank me for doing your job. What a rotten crook going around and stealing people's precious bananas. Greed, that's all it is, and greed turns the brain to mush. Everyone knows that. Anyway, I'm poop. Lecturing is tiresome work. That's all I have to say for now. And you can bet that'll change. Here, I got something for you. My popular media referencing Millennial Heart is broken. Oh wait, Millennial, I'm over it. Ha, fair enough. The most cantankerous piece of monkey poop this side of the construction site, Cranky Kong. The existence of Cranky Kong in this exact game just absolutely shatters the DK timeline. I hope you guys know that. Brought a monster with him at huge feet, and they used all our bananas. Feel that? It's the monster's footsteps. Sort of spotted trouble, all right. Stomped and clomped its way all the way into click-clack smokestack. Couldn't stay away. Hey, good. I got more to say. It took some effort, but I worked out the crook's hiding spot. Okay. You have to find me elsewhere if you can. It's fine, because Cranky gives no fucks about your timeline. This is true. Yeah, yeah, the fact that Pauline is a child here and the fact that Cranky Kong exists absolutely wrecks the entire DK timeline. I gave Cranky Kong a Scottish accent for some reason in your playthrough. I can't do accents. I would honestly probably just upset everybody whose accent I tried to imitate. If I'm being completely honest. It is fun to see Cranky here, for sure. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not mad about it. But after the conversation we had about the DK lore when I was playing DK64, lore fiends are in shambles. There is something down here. Big ol' fossil. Lore, that wibbly wobbly ball of timey-wimey stuff? Exactly. What, you mean DK can't grab a hold and hang upside down on these platforms? What a shame. Welcome to Nintendo, where everything's made up and the lore doesn't matter. Facts. I mean, yeah, just look at Legend of Zelda as a prime example of that. Oh, banana. And look, I love Legend of Zelda, I really do, but that entire timeline is such a mess. Now, admittedly, I love it, but it's still a mess. Yeah, because for those that don't know, I love video game lore a lot. Sometimes I actually enjoy lore more than the game itself. Like, I use Resident Evil as an example. I'm not a big RE fan. I have too much anxiety for those games. Long story short, they stress me the fuck out. But I love the lore. Let us know the 3 timeline theory still holds. Yes, it does. You just have to accept that Breath of the Wild is where all 3 timelines converge again. Technically, it's Tears of the Kingdom is where that happens, but yeah. Now, as for what event causes all 3 timelines to converge again, well, that's up for debate. But yeah. Schrodinger's Cranky Kong. Remember when you tried RE2 Remake? Yeah, God, I would love to play RE2 Remake. I really would. But I have too much anxiety, and it's just, it's stressful and not fun. And it's a shame because I do really love the RE lore and the RE story behind it. I wish I could play it. I'm gonna try again. Maybe if I get diagnosed with actual, like, anxiety and get put on medication for it. But yeah. The new Hyrule Warriors may be the timeline reset story. Yeah, could be. Could be. And again, like I said, I'm not like, oh my god, like, I'm a comic book fan. I know a lot. I know a ton about retcons and shit not making sense and just having to, like, accept things. So I want to be very, very clear that here I am not knocking on that at all. That would be very hypocritical of me. Don't even want to touch the new Hyrule Warriors. It seems like another cash cow. Probably is. I mean, I definitely have a soft spot for the Dynasty Warriors style games. That includes Hyrule Warriors. Sure, Mash. What are your 2 favorite jokes of all time? But yeah, I do have a I definitely have a soft spot for like just mindless hack and slashes, as we've established. Number 1, I asked the librarian for a book on Pavlov's dog and Schrodinger's cat. She said it rang a bell, but she wasn't sure if it was there or not. I see what you did there. I get that joke as an intellectual, aka streamer. Think about this for a moment. Last Hyrule Warriors focused on 4 champions we came to know and get attached to. Hard to get attached to plot devices with masks on. Well, you know, again, it just... The thing is, for me, with any sort of Dynasty Warriors game, I have very little, if no expectations for any sort of story beats at all. Like, the Dynasty Warriors is literally the same game told over and over and over again. So again, like, I get it, but for me, I think it's just a different set of standards and expectations, personally. I don't look at a Hyrule Warriors game expecting to fall in love with the plot. That's just my take. And again, it's not to say that, you know, one take's right or wrong, but for me, I think a big part of what makes me enjoy a game or not, and this is probably one of, like, my worst features as a gamer, is what are my expectations going into it? If I'm expecting just a mindless hack and slash, then I don't really give two fucks about the story. But if I'm going in and hoping for, like, a narrative-based game and the narrative disappoints me, which, again, I haven't played it, but this is what I hear about Borderlands 3, is that the story was not good. I've not played it, so I can't comment one way or the other. But that's what I've heard. That's hearsay. Then, yeah, it affects my enjoyment of the game. But I really do try to come in and... I really do try to be as open-minded as I can with games. The new Hyrule Warrior is going to tell the story of the events of Hyrule's past, though, so this is going to be a huge canon lore drop. Well, that's exciting. We'll see what happens. I do like how they add these shortcuts here. I'm a big fan of that. It's like, hey, do this thing. Right. I have to pay this guy to break it open. I found this out earlier. I just didn't remember. Hi, Tanner Dog. What are you doing, kiddo? Alright, everybody. Tanner is telling me it is about time to wrap up, so we're going to finish this this stage, and then we'll probably call it a night, okay? Sorry, Tanner's giving me some licks here. Also, per the timeline wiki, according to... Okay, hang on. E.G. Aonuma. The events of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment take place at the end of one of the three timelines. But Hidemaru Bayashi stated in the same interview that which of the three was up to the player's imagination. So, the biggest issue with that is in Breath of the Wild and in Tears of the Kingdom, there are items that appear in... There are items that appear in all three timelines in those two games. Which is part of the problem. But again, that's another story. It's not like the end of the world. But it's just, again, it's like we said about... What Femzy actually said it earlier, is that, it's Nintendo. Your lore really doesn't fucking matter. Like, at all. It's funny because they're the creators of the games. I know, right? But I'm just saying, it's like, I'm pretty sure they have, like, Majora's Mask inspired outfit in... I know for a fact it's the Tears of the Kingdom. I don't remember if it's in Breath of the Wild. It's in both. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought, but I was like, I know for a fact it's in, I knew for a fact it was in Tears of the Kingdom, because I found it in that game. Breath of the Wild, there are amiibo items. Okay, that explains why. But, yeah, and then there's other, There's other outfits in different timelines. Like, I think there's a Wind Waker thing in there. And, like, Wind Waker and Majora's Mask are in 2 different timelines. Just as an example. According to the 3 timeline theory. So that's what I was referring to for anyone who was curious. That's what I was referring to about how you have to accept that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they have a convergence of the different timelines. Because otherwise, how could items from different timelines appear? Unless you want to go into some weird, like, multiverse shit, which, you know, you could do, but I don't personally recommend. Logic behind it is that, while it's not a true convergence, basically a strange multiverse shit. Yep. Would you say, Bimsy, it's almost a echo of wisdom, if you will? Huh? Huh? No. I will not. I thought that was a funny bad joke, and I'm gonna stick with it. Did I see an open slot here, or did I just make it up? Looks like I just made it up, because that thing's here again. Yeah, like I said, Legend of Zelda lore is complicated. Yeah, I know Bonanza was the answer, but I was like, I really don't want to use it if I don't have to, but yeah, it looks like you had to. That's okay. Alrighty. So here we go! You get it back instantly? Oh, so for anything that's required, you get it back? That's good to know. I'm just, and for the record, yes, I'm absolutely that person in RPGs that stocks up on a bunch of items, and it's like, I'm gonna need these later, and then I beat the game and I have a bunch of items I never use. That is 100% me. Any of the void things you think, give it back. Okay, cool. Alright, let's get another heart. Alright, joke number 2 from Ash Fan. A horse walks into a bar and orders a pint. The barkeep says, "You're in here pretty often. Do you think you're an alcoholic?" The horse replies, "I don't think I am," and vanishes from existence. See, the joke about Descartes' famous philosophy of "I think, therefore I am," but to explain that part of the joke before the rest of the joke would be putting Descartes before the horse. We need to talk Majora's Mask? Yeah, well, hit me with it, Femzy. Anything you want to talk about, we can chat about. This is still the same level, technically, right? We're still on, like, level 3-0 something? I wasn't paying attention, sorry. So, we're gonna keep going for a little longer until we beat this particular thing with the giant monster. Alright, we have a +5. That's pretty cool.
Big fight's waiting for us down there, DK.
Yeah, so this is the boss fight, so we are gonna do the boss fight. But yeah, anytime you want to talk about Majora's Mask, I'm not the biggest Majora's Mask fan, but I'm definitely not a Majora's Mask fan hater either. Fan hater. I don't hate fans. I don't hate the fans either. But no, I'm not a Majora's Mask hater by any stretch of the imagination. I'm really not. I enjoyed the game for what it was, but it's a game that I think really shows the time. Kind of like DK64, I absolutely feel that, yeah, I feel it's a game that it existed in a certain period of time. Convergence theory doesn't work, as Terminate Town was supposed to be Purgatory Realm to help Link come to terms with his failures so he could forgive himself and the various parts of himself that he blamed. High and Afterlife stuff end up there just because of timeline convergence. Yes, I'm going down that road and being that kind of nerd. It's a good question. I've never really thought of it that way because I think Majora's Mask, there's a game that takes place in the timeline after Majora's Mask, if I remember correctly. But I will need to take a look and refresh my timeline history. Because then the question becomes if there's a game that takes place after Majora's Mask, how can it be Purgatory? But again, I'll have to refresh. I don't remember the timeline off the top of my head. Twilight Princess takes place after. Yeah, so yeah, it's like how can Majora's Mask be Purgatory? If it's canonical in that timeline. But again, that's more of a philosophical question rather than a gotcha, right? Because it's like, what if it's like a Silent Hill type thing? Which, one, that's very disturbing to have taken place in the Zelda universe. Link reincarnates, so you think his spirit was really taking a death and loss like that against the ultimate evil? Well, yeah, because the Majora's Mask timeline, that's the one with that's the one where Link falls and battled again, and that's the timeline, right? Because there's three, right? There's there's the timeline where the hero is successful, where Link is successful. There's the timeline where he fails, and then there's the timeline where he vanishes. Right? Those are the three different timelines? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it could be. Okay. So here we go. Let's do some last minute shopping before we leave, before we wrap up. Let's see. Yeah, isn't anything I can really afford that I want. Although we could do this. I think that's a pretty good one. All right. Bonsai! Looks like they did just the timeline from your last look into it. Okay, what were the changes, Femsy? Because I trust your knowledge more than mine on this. So I'm curious what the change was. Saying Majora is still death, purgatory, and redemption. Okay. But it's after different events. Thank you, Sergeant, for the Kirby redeem. And here we are in the Divide. Sublayer 400. We stomped, stompin', clomper. Also, dear God, DK eats a lot of bananas fast. Okay, and I think this will be a pretty good place to stop, huh? Alright, well, YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed more DK Bonanza. We'll be continuing this game next week, so we're recording again next week. But I really have been enjoying this game a lot, man. It's so good. I hope you guys are too. Thanks very much for watching, YouTube. I love you, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!